The midday sun beats down on the red earth of Namibia. The air is thick, seeming to shimmer with the heat and a ringing silence. Tall, stately women in voluminous Victorian dresses, a legacy of their colonial past, now reclaimed as a symbol of identity, move slowly through the haze. Their faces are serene, their eyes holding the ancient wisdom of the desert. Here in this Herero village, life plays by a different set of rules, where everything, even the most private matters, is governed by the harsh laws of survival and age-old kinship. Out here, in the heart of the sands, survival has no room for weakness or isolation. In these arid expanses, no one can make it alone. A person's life, well-being, and future are inextricably linked to the fate of the community, the strength of their lineage, and the bonds between clans. In a world of scarce resources and a relentless, unforgiving nature, a woman's role is unique. She is not merely a keeper of the home or a man's companion in the way we might understand it. She is a living bridge. A bridge between families, a bridge between clans, through which the tribe's lifeblood flows. Her body is a part of this bridge, an instrument for building trust and forging alliances, not an object of private ownership or personal desire. In the Herero world, intimacy is not always a private family matter. More often, it's a ritual, an agreement between clans, a shared resource managed by the elders for the common good. The goal here isn't romantic privacy, but strong alliances, the continuity of the clan, and the stability of the community. It's not that personal feelings don't exist, but that survival and the future depend on the collective and its connection to the ancestors. The laws here are not written on paper, but by the wind on the sand, and they dictate their own terms. A young woman, having come of age and ready to start a family, undergoes an ancient and sacred rite of passage on her path to marriage. Before she can join her chosen husband, tradition dictates that she spend a night with her clan's chief. This night is not an act of coercion, but one of initiation. It is a demonstration of the clan's trust in a future wife and mother, a sign of her acceptance into a new, higher status. Her participation is a symbol of unity, an act that transfers the energy and blessing of the clan's leader to the future family. It is a deeply symbolic gesture that says she is no longer just the daughter of her family, but a vessel for the strength of our entire clan, its past and its future. To an outsider, accustomed to different ideas of personal boundaries, this may seem bizarre, but within their system, it is a foundation that ensures continuity and strength. In another scenario, when an honored guest arrives in the village, an envoy from a neighboring tribe, an old friend of the family, or a worthy traveler, he is welcomed with the highest honors. He is offered water, food, and a place to rest. If the elders and the husband, with the woman's consent, decided so, the guest may be offered a night with the wife of the household. This is not a whim, but the ultimate expression of hospitality, a sign of trust, openness, and generosity. For the guest to refuse is considered a show of weakness and a violation of an ancient law that, in the harsh conditions of the desert, supersedes other rules.
The woman's consent in this ritual is not submission, but a conscious acceptance of her role as a bridge between her clan and the outside world. In this world where everything is subordinate to the rhythm of nature and the needs of the community, the body becomes part of the social fabric, essential for balance and stability. Here, intimacy isn't always something secret, but often a field for interaction, an exchange of trust and responsibility. This ancient philosophy permeates all relationships, creating a complex hierarchy where elder brothers, chieftains, and honored guests have their place. The system is governed not by jealousy or a sense of ownership, but by an understanding of the collective good required to maintain peace. A woman's strength is measured not by her appearance, but by her wisdom, her sense of responsibility, and her ability to be a reliable link in the chain of kinship. But these ancient ways are beginning to change. The desert wind carries not just dust, but voices from the outside world, from the cities, from schools, from a different reality where relationships are built on different terms. These voices are growing louder, especially among the younger generation of Herero. Those who have seen another way of life no longer accept the old rules without question. For those raised on new ideas of individual rights and freedom of choice, the ancient rituals seem archaic and senseless. They view the rite with the chief for the hospitality offered to a stranger in a completely different light. We don't want to be a gift to be passed around or presented, they say. We want to choose for ourselves. It's our body, our life. These words are not just a rejection of tradition, but a profound personal struggle for self-determination. For them, intimacy is not a communal resource, but a private sphere based on mutual feelings and consent, not subject to outside control. The conflict is becoming stark. Young, educated women are often refusing traditional marriages and the rituals they consider demeaning. They are leaving for the cities, searching for a different life built on principles that are clear to them, but alien to their ancestors. They are demanding the right to decide for themselves who to build a life with and how. The Herero elders and chiefs watch this with deep concern. They understand the world is changing, but their tribe has survived for centuries because of this unique system of bonds, which includes these rituals. If a woman is no longer a bridge, if her body is no longer a symbol of trust between clans, how will they maintain the fragile balance? How will they ensure peace and strengthen alliances? Too many young people are leaving, their voices demanding their rights growing too loud to ignore. The elders, keepers of ancient wisdom, are searching for a compromise. They gather at the sacred fire, the okuruo, the place where the spirits of the ancestors dwell and where great decisions are made. Here they debate, is it possible to preserve the spirit of the tradition while changing its form? Can they grant a woman the right to choose while preserving the ideal of her role as a unifier? Some elders are already drafting reforms. Let the choice be hers, they propose, but let her understand that her consent still carries great power and responsibility, and her refusal is a personal decision the tribe must respect. This is a revolutionary idea for a system where the collective good has always trumped individual desire. It's an attempt to find the line between preserving their identity and adapting to a new world. The ultimate question for the Herero today is this: will the tribe vanish if it abandons the rituals that have ensured its cohesion for centuries? Or, conversely, will it find new strength if it learns to embrace change and grant its people, especially its women, greater freedom? While other parts of the world debate personal boundaries, the Herero are grappling with how to integrate these very concepts into an ancient world where everything was shared, where a woman's body was a symbol not just of herself but of her entire clan, and where intimacy could be an act of diplomacy. It was a system that, while harsh to our eyes, was their key to survival. Now, they stand at a crossroads. The youth, inspired by a world where the I outweighs the we, are demanding change. The elders are trying to preserve what they hold sacred, while admitting that reform is inevitable. Can they navigate this path and retain their unique identity, or will assimilation swallow them, like the wind erasing footprints in the sand? Today, the Herero woman carries not only the ancient wisdom of the desert, but also the challenge of our times. Her body is still a symbol, but now it is becoming a battleground for personal choice. At this junction, we ask not only where the tribe is headed, but where we all are headed. Perhaps in this search for a balance between tradition and modernity, between collective survival and individual liberty, lies the new strength of the Herero. And perhaps this nation can teach us the most important lesson of all, that true adaptation isn't about abandoning who you are, but about changing just enough to remain yourself.